Okay, so I am going to explain what is that you are going to do in this assignment. So take a look at the schedule that you have in front of you, clase. So obviously, this is a schedule that you are not familiar with because we are going to pretend that this is our schedule. So let's go over for each of the classes so you know what each of these classes mean. Lunes, we have pasantía clínica. Pasantía means like a internship. So when you want to do like a clinic internship, that's what you do on Mondays in the morning. So if you want to talk about, for example, like what classes I have in the morning, you will say, por la mañana yo tengo pasantía clínica municipal. Then por la tarde yo tengo destrezas computacionales. In this case, this is almost like a computer class, yeah? Go to martes, you have oral communication in the morning, and you have, again, internship in the afternoon. Internship, clínica, like clínica municipal is almost like medical internship, yeah? So you will kind of study anatomy and things like that. Wednesday, miércoles, you have business communication por la mañana, and por la tarde, you have music, biology, and you have English. Notice, like in between classes, like at 9 and 9, like between 9 and 9:20, you have a break. Between 11:20 and 12:10, you have a lunch, and 14:10 to 14:30, which is 2:10 to 2:30, you have another break. Usually in Latin America, you have 2 breaks a day besides lunch, yeah? Then we do have on Thursday, you have English, religion class, Spanish class, math, psychology, social studies, chemistry, and guidance. And then on Friday, we have Spanish, physical education, civics, which is almost like a civic education that is very similar to history, chemistry, oral communication, yeah? Then we move to 16:30 to 9 o'clock at night. These are activities that you will consider to do in your free time, yeah? So what we're gonna do on these schedules, we're gonna follow the prompt of the questions at the top, and you are going to pretend that this is your schedule. So you're not gonna talk about your real schedule, you're gonna talk about this schedule. So you're gonna pick a day. So what I'm gonna do for you is I'm gonna do Monday. So you cannot do Monday, okay? And please don't write anything, just pay attention so you can see how I do this. I'm gonna start with number 1. What time do you begin school? I'm gonna use the verb empezar. Empezar is a shoe verb. So to conjugate in the yo form, you will say, empiezo la escuela. And to specify at what time, you will say a las, and then the time. What time school starts, clase? En español. A las 8 menos. Is it at 7? Oh, yeah, a las 7. So, a las 7 de la mañana. So, empiezo la escuela a las 7 de la mañana. Then from that point, I'm going to go to number 2. What classes do you have in the morning? Again, we go back to the practice that we were having earlier. How do I say my morning classes? Por la mañana yo tengo las clases de... And then if I want to say my afternoon classes, you will say por la tarde yo tengo las clases de. ¿Sí o no? Then I go back and do number 3. What classes do you have in the afternoon? I already talked about that. What time is your lunch? Clase, you have it right here. Look at the time. You must use the verb to eat lunch. So you will have to use the yo form of this verb to be able to say at what time you eat lunch. Yo almuerzo a las, and then say the time. Please specify who do you eat lunch. You will have to make that information up since it's not here. Just make it up. Then we move into number 5. What do you do in each of the classes? Give me 3 things per class. So if you pick, let's say I'm picking Monday, or I'm picking, I'm going to do Thursday. For each of my classes, I have to give 3 actions that I do. So you have to use the prompts that I taught you En la clase de pasantía clínica, yo, and then conjugate the verbs in the yo form. So you have to give me 3 verbs. ¿Sí o no? ¿Sí? Then I move into what school supplies you have for each of those classes. What do you do after school that day? So let's say that you pick a Wednesday. These are the activities that you do, so you have to conjugate them in the yo form. Repeat after me. Hacer la tarea. Hacer ejercicio. So hacer la tarea means to do homework. Hacer ejercicio means to exercise. Hacer is irregular in the yo form. I have here on the board, all the verbs are irregular in the yo form, so you have to make sure that you follow those prompts, yeah? And finally, what time do you return home? Use the verb regresar, so you can tell me at what time you kind of finish your day. See? This has to be in a paragraph format. So again, you have to follow the schedule. You have to make sure that you pick only one day and talk about that entire day. Clase, do it at the back of the paper. And then you're going to have to bring it to me. If we don't finish today, I'll give you some time tomorrow. But at the end of class, you have to submit it. If you don't have much work done, you lose the opportunity to have a grade for today or even tomorrow in this assignment. So that means don't waste time. Yeah? All right.